Hello, it's Coach Jordan, Coach Matt from Decatur Performance, and today we are going to be going over the deadlift. The deadlift is one of the best exercises for athletes to not only produce brute force, but also strengthen their whole posterior chain, their hamstrings, and their back. So we're going to go over how we coach up the deadlift here at Decatur. So first I'm going to have Coach Matt demonstrating for us. What we're really going to focus on first is working through our hip hinge. We're going to use a dowel rod. This is what we use with all our athletes, whether they've deadlifted before or if they're first-time deadlifters with us, just to help keep a neutral spine through the back. So we really want to make sure that we're using the one joint rule. One joint, our spine can move and flex any which way, but we want to keep it as stiff as possible from our ears to our hips, mimicking just one joint. So I'm going to have Coach Matt just shoot your butt back to the back of the room like you're closing a door with your butt and driving up nice and tall. Awesome. So the first step we're going to go through is going through a couple hip hinges here, just shooting the butt back, making sure that the athlete can move with their arm, just shooting the butt back to the back of the room. Second thing we're going to look at is creating tension from the floor up. So again, we're going to use that paper analogy. Think about a big piece of paper on the ground here, Coach, and I'm going to have you rip that piece of paper in half just using your feet. So he's going to create tension from the floor, and then he's going to shoot his butt back, keeping that tension all the way and driving up to the top. Third step we're going to look at here is creating a powerful brace through the core. The more tension we can create internally, the more weight we will be able to move safely. So Coach is going to brace through his core, spread the floor, and now we're going to shoot our butt back, loosening the knees but not bending them. Perfect, and driving through. Wonderful. Once you can get through these steps, we are now able to go into a weighted deadlift. We use kettlebells here, we use the trap bar, we also use the barbell. We're going to use the barbell because you're going to find it at most commercial gyms, but we're also going to finish with talking about the trap bar because that's one of our favorites here at Decatur Performance. So what I'm going to have Coach do to figure out where his feet should be, I'm going to have him jump up 3 times really quickly. So right here is optimal placement for your feet. This is where his body feels most comfortable producing force into the ground. So remember where your feet are, and we're going to go up to the bar here. So as we get up to the bar, we want to start with the bar maybe about 2 inches in front of our knees. The reason why is as we get into that deadlift position, we're going to make sure that the bar stays as close to our shins, as close to our body as possible. We do not want to have the weight in front of us so much that it affects our center of gravity, putting more stress on that low back. So we're going to go through that dowel rod hip hinge just how we started. He's going to reach his hands down, creating tension through these lats here. Start shooting the butt back, spreading that floor. Now grabbing the knees, perfect. Just till where he can grab that bar. He's gonna grip it with 2 overhand positions, and I'm gonna tell him and coach him up to break that bar in half, try to snap and bend the bar from this position, engaging the lats. The second thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna pull the tension out of the bar. If this bar weighs 200 pounds, he's gonna pull 199 pounds off that bar. That weight's gonna click off. And now we're gonna have a powerful leg drive, pushing his heels, pushing his full foot through that ground to stand tall. Now we're gonna reverse that order of what we worked on. So butt back, and keeping that bar close to his body. Perfect. One more here, Coach. Drive, click, and boom. Awesome, and controlling it down. So 3 things that we wanna make sure to happen when we do this deadlift. We're creating tension through that core to protect that low back. Number 2 is that he's pulling the tension out of the bar before he rips it off the ground. It's not a grip and rip activity. We want to create that tension to keep that neutral spine before we have that powerful leg drive to finish. The last version I want to talk about real quick is our trap bar deadlift. Like I said, this is our favorite here at Decatur Performance because we're able to keep the center of gravity in the middle of our spine, which is a more natural motion. All right, so it's the same principles throughout. Coach is going to have his hands by his side, keep these lats tight as he starts shooting the butt back. Now he's able to grip the bar, pull the tension out of the bar before he drives his heels through to get tall. Smooth and athletic. Perfect. Can we get one more rep here, Coach, on the side? We can relax and we'll spin the bar over. Perfect. So we get that tension through the back, sends the butt back, powerful brace through the core. He pulls the tension out of the bar, drives his feet through, hips tall. Now he shoots his butt back to the back of the room and drops the bar. Perfect rep, coach. Nice job.